In this video, I'm going to show you how to install a VLAN on a Cisco switches. Normally, when you create a VLAN, each VLAN should have at least one switches or multiple switches. However, for this demonstration, I will create two VLAN using a single switches. Okay. Now, a VLAN stands for Virtual Local Area Network. That is a way to create or divide the local area network or LAN into a logical smaller network or segment. Normally, each VLAN should have its own subnet. So let's begin. Assuming that a company has two departments or two buildings, call it the business departments and the sales departments, and the manager or the owner do not want the PC in the business department to get into the PC in the sales department, and vice versa. So what we have to do in here, we have to create two VLAN called VLAN 10 and VLAN 20, and the IP address of VLAN 10 is 192.168.10.1. The IP address of VLAN 20 is 192.168.20.1. Notice that these two VLAN has a separate or different subnet. This one's .10, this one's .20. And I will reserve the port 1 all the way to 9 for VLAN 10, and for port 10 through 19 for VLAN 20. As I said earlier, normally a VLAN will have one or more switches, but in this case I'm going to use one switch to create two VLAN. So let's begin. Let's go ahead and connect this PC. Okay, PC 1. I connect that to port number 1 because 1 through 9 will be my VLAN 10. Okay, so I go ahead and create this on port VLAN 9 for these PCs right here. I need to add the PCs right there first, and let's call this PC 10. Alright, now for this PC 10, it's VLAN, part of VLAN 20, so I will connect that to port 10 because I reserved port 10 through 19 for VLAN 20. So this PC 19, I will connect that to port 19. Okay, so let's go ahead and configure the VLAN. Alright, click on the switches, click on the CLI, and click inside of that. Press enter, type no, enter, enable to get to the privilege mode. Now, in order to create a VLAN, I need to use all of these commands right here. The first step is to create the VLAN and name the VLAN and assign IP address to the VLAN. So we need to get the config mode, and we type VLAN and then the number VLAN that we will use. I'm going to use 10, VLAN 10, and name that VLAN. I'm going to name that business exit VLAN 20. Name that VLAN sales exit. The next thing, I need to assign an IP address to that VLAN interface. So it's an interface VLAN 10, and it's power up that interface. IP address 192.168.10.1, subnet mask 255.255.255.0, and no shut. Exit, and I need to do the same thing for VLAN 20. So interface VLAN 20. Okay, and the IP address of that is 192.168.20. Enter, and no shut. Alright, Control Z. Let's do show VLAN. Notice right now I have created two VLAN. Call it the VLAN 10 for business and VLAN 20, and I name it sales. And I also assign the IP address to this VLAN. The interface VLAN 20 uses IP address, and VLAN 10 use this IP address. So the next step is to assign the port to the VLAN. Okay, we can use these commands right here. Alright, so T, the interface, and the port that we want to assign to the VLAN VLAN 10 is port F01. Okay, press enter, and what are the commands? It's right here. Switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN, switch port mode access, enter, switch port access VLAN 10. So I'm going to designate it or assign this interface to VLAN 10. Basically, that's what it is. Now, what happens if we have multiple port or a bunch of port that we want to do the same thing? Well, we can use the range command, interface range. The beginning port we already did F0/1, so next one's F0/2 all the way through F0/9. Okay, so this saying that port 2 through port 9 I want to configure. Here you go. Switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 10. Alright, so let's look at it. Control Z, show VLAN. Alright, notice right now I have assigned port 1 all the way up to port 9 right here to VLAN 10. Okay, so now I have complete the creation of VLAN 10. I need to do the same thing for VLAN 20, that is assign the port to it. So Q to quit. Alright, comp T interface, I'm going to do range F0-11 through F0-19. Oops, should be 10. Alright, so port 10 through port 19, I want to reserve that for VLAN 20. That's what I'm going to do is right here. And switch port mode access, switch port mode access, and switch port access VLAN 20. Okay, alright, let's look at it now. Show VLAN. There you go. So basically that's all we need to do for create VLAN or configure VLAN. Alright, let's test it. Now I need to assign an IP address to this PC. I already done for PC 9, PC 19. So let's do PC 1. Alright, click on the PC and click on the desktop IP configuration. So I will use the 92.168.10.100 for this PC. Now what is the default gateway? The default gateway is the IP address of the VLAN 10. What does that mean? Well, it means that all of the PC in the VLAN 10, in order for them to get to the network, they have to go through this door. And this door is the default gateway. And the default gateway is nothing more than the IP address of that VLAN. So default gateway, you can think as a door or as a gate to get outside the world. Okay, in order to get outside world, you have to go to that gate. So that gate is an IP address right here. Alright, now what happened to this PC 10? Well, this PC 10 is a part of the VLAN 20. So we have to use the subnet of .20, 192.168.20.100. Now what is the default gateway? Well, for all of the PC on this side, in order for them to get to the outside or to get to the network, they have to go to the exit door. And that exit door is the default gateway. And the default gateway is the IP address right here of that VLAN 20, 192.168.20.1. Okay? Alright. Now let's see. We can ping each other now. Okay? Now again, a VLAN is to prevent one group of user of the VLAN to access to the other VLAN PC. So let's see, that's true. Alright. Okay. Now we are in IP config. This is IP address, so that's PC1, and we want to ping 192.168.10.1110, which is PC9 right here. It should ping. Here you go, no problem. Now what happened to PC10? Well, PC10 has an IP address of .20.100. Okay, we cannot ping that. Let's make sure that it's true. Yep. Okay, we cannot ping it. Why? Because that's part of the VLAN. Okay, you cannot ping from the PC of the one LAN to the other unless you override it. So in this case, we have not override it yet, so it's correct now. You should not be able to ping it. Now let's see if we can ping this .110. 110. Okay, we cannot ping that either. Here you go. It's gonna be timeout. Timeout. All right. Now, assuming that the company just hired a new employees for the business department. However, there's no available office in the business department, so they have to put that person in the sales department. So you want to connect that PC so it will be a part of the VLAN 10. How do you do that? Well, let's do it. Remember, the most important thing are the port that we assign to the PC. Port 1 all the way to port 9 are reserved for VLAN 10. So I can connect this PC to any of these ports, 2 to 8. Okay? So let's use 2. And I'm going to assign an IP address to that PC. Since it's part of the VLAN, I have to use VLAN 1 and VLAN 10. It is a part of VLAN 10, so I have to use the subnet of the VLAN 10, which is .10. And the same thing is true for the default gateway. Okay? Alright, let's see if we can ping this now. The IP address of this, let's make it 200. Alright. See if we can ping that. Alright. That is 200. 10.200. Enter. There you go. No problem, because it is part of the VLAN 10. Okay. Now, assuming that some reason you want all of the PC in VLAN 10 to be able to access to the VLAN 20 PC, and vice versa. How do you do that? Well, we need to issue a command called IP routing. IP routing will allow traffic to go from one VLAN to the others. Okay, that's what IP routing does. Now let's see, we can ping it now. We should be able to ping. Now I'm the PC1, and let's see, we can ping the .20.100, which is PC10 right here, belong to VLAN 20. We should be able to ping it now. Should have no problem. There you go. Okay, reply from. Now what about this right here, 110, PC19? Can we ping it? Sure. We should be able to ping it. There you go. And it's the same thing true. You should be able to ping from PC10 to PC1 or PC9. Okay, that's all. Thank you.